Most of us have noticed over the years the explosion in classes like pole fitness as a fun way to keep fit. But for the yummy mummies looking for a socially acceptable fitness regime, it's easy to forget its slightly sexier beginnings.
That's where the issues come in with not recognising sex work and pole together, even if you're just doing pole fitness. It's the same.
Now an erotic stage performer, Pippa first started by going to pole classes a few years ago. While she wouldn't consider herself a sex worker, she does appreciate where it all began.
Obviously, the more I've been dancing, the more I'm learning about how important it is to actually recognise that my style of dance comes from sex workers.
For pole instructor Sarah, she takes a similar approach with her teaching.
I don't think it's mine to teach. I do talk about it when we do anything dancey, but however, I don't really do it like full stripper style because I think it should be taught by sex workers mainly. We are just enjoying the good side of it. We are enjoying it for our empowerment, and we don't pay our dues to people who actually started it all and who are still doing it for a living.
A lot of students post their content on social media to show off their new skills, but for some it can feel too risky.
I'm worried about what goes on social media anyway, even before I did pole.
I recently started a marketing job, and as soon as he found out I did pole fitness, we had a whole discussion about me not sharing it on LinkedIn and stuff like that.
I think when you post things, there's some things where they are a bit more, legs wide open and things, and probably won't post that.
They might be coming from that place, not being exposed to it as like a sport and an art form, and they might make assumptions about me as well.
And there's also pushback from those who worry about how content like this can so easily be accessed by younger audiences.
It's very much part of the lives of tens of millions of boys and young men, and some girls and women. You don't know what's going to come your way because that's how the internet works, how the algorithms work.
Men at Work trains teachers and youth workers how to help young men re-examine the things that they see online.
Who is telling me this story? Why are they telling me this story? What do they want from me? The training that I do now is about how to have the conversations in constructive, fruitful ways that don't feel like an attack.
But the argument on pole content being posted for the interest of men has been going on for years, something that PhD researcher Charlotte has been looking at.
My PhD research basically looks at the digital experiences of pole dancers. A lot of the literature is kind of focusing on whether it's empowering or objectifying, and there's kind of this binary approach to it that looks at pole dancing as kind of like a sexist practice almost, and is using feminist literature to be pole's really objectifying, and people who do it are just kind of reinforcing the male gaze.
And it's not just the male gaze that has caused issues for the pole community.
Some things I don't even want to share, but some I want to share because I'm afraid of getting shadow banned or losing my account.
Shadow banning happens when a platform's AI picks up the content and stops showing it to other users. Reasons for this could include spam posting or posting too frequently, using banned hashtags, or for having fake engagement. But for people in the pole community, they were being deemed to have violated Instagram's community guidelines, saying that their post included suggestive or sexually explicit images. After backlash from members of the pole community, Instagram has said that they are trying harder to make sure that this doesn't happen, and later issued this statement. We recognise that we haven't always done enough to explain why we take down content when we do, what is recommendable and what isn't. As a result, we understand people are inevitably going to come to their own conclusions about why something has happened, and that those conclusions may leave people feeling confused or victimised. That's never our intention, and we're working hard on improvements. While it has a complicated past, one of the main attractions to pole classes is that there is always a community of supportive and like-minded people there to guide you. And you can learn how to do cool things like this.